Well, thanks everyone for coming along to the Found Space Q&A today. It's our first Q&A in a little while. I've been really looking forward to this one. I hope today that you guys get all your questions answered about infrared sauna. It's such a hot topic right now, isn't it? Infrared sauna and just general well-being. And so I hope you get your questions answered and hopefully we have some fun today. Hope you guys learn something as well. I'll probably learn something too. And hopefully we'll come out of this in around half an hour's time, feeling good, feeling a bit more knowledgeable about infrared sauna, whether you choose to purchase one from Found Space or any of the other great companies that are out there. And so with that being said, I'm going to get into it. Some quick housekeeping. If you have any questions during the conversation today, just post it in the chat. I am recording this, so it will be posted afterwards as well. And I hope to get all your questions. Thank you to everyone who's already sent through some questions as well. There's a pretty long list. And so how today's going to run is I'm going to do a quick intro to what we do at Found Space and how we work, just so you guys have a bit of an understanding there. I'm going to overview some of the common themes that came through the questions, because there were a few common questions that were coming up, a few themes that were in there. So I'll cover some of that information. After that, then I'll get into the questions that people sent through or that anyone posts in the chat. And at the end of the session, I have a book giveaway. There's 3 books being given away to the people who are joining today. So that's how today's going to run. And then we can enjoy the rest of our Saturdays or wherever we are, whether it's raining, hailing or shining as it is here. I'm in Queensland in Australia and it's really nice today. Beautiful time. So let's get to it. First of all, who am I? Well, my name's Alex Tyson. I'm the CEO at Found Space. And what am I doing here looking so young? You might ask, how's a young guy running this business? So I'm currently 29 years old. I've been running Found Space since I was 24. So it was the start of 2017 when I took over. And I took over the business from my parents. They started the business in 2008. We were called iHealth Saunas. You may or may not know that or have heard that. And I was involved from the business right from the start. When I was 15 years old, I was installing saunas in people's homes on the weekends between school. And I've been involved in the business ever since then. Started working full-time coming out of a year and a half at uni doing mechanical engineering when I was 21. Started working full-time in the business. I liked uni, I liked the maths, I liked engineering, but there was something calling me to be part of this business. Why? Because we were helping people with their health. We were having amazing stories coming through about people whose lives were being transformed because of sauna. And I say that not because sauna is the magic bullet, because it isn't, but it's a really, really powerful tool. And it's a really big piece of the overall wellness puzzle that when we start to use regularly, we start to see things shift in our life dramatically. And that's what I wanted to be involved in. That's why I left uni. I started running the business at the age of 24, certainly ignorant to what it took to run a business. We had 9 full-time team at the time. And since then, the business has grown. I'll show you very quickly. This is our team now. We have a team of over 20 around Australia. Our head office is in Melbourne. We have a showroom in Brisbane as well, warehouses in Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane. And the reason I show you this photo right now is because at Found Space, one of our big values is family. And when you start to work with us, you get to work with these people you see right here. And we treat our clients just as if they are becoming part of our family, because they are. And what we all share in common is that we're all really motivated to be better each day. And we all love sauna. And each and every person on the team is on their own health journey. There's some people in this photo that have done 14-day juice fasts since working with us. They've done a month of sauna every single day, you know, or for some people, they've just started a regular exercise routine, which was a really big step for them. And so when you join Found Space, when you purchase a sauna from us, you become part of this family. And that's something that I'm really proud of as a CEO, and family will always run through our company. And so coming back to who am I, that's me. And over my own health journey, I've been through a lot too. I had gastrointestinal issues. I healed those through extended fasting. I've done some crazy stuff. I've fasted on water only for 30 days. And then a year later did 21 days. That was in the middle of last year. I was 47 kilos at the end of that, very skinny, but my body was very efficient. Since then, I've put on 17 kilos of muscle. I'm feeling amazing in my body right now. And that's through eating mostly raw foods and saunaing every day and intermittent fasting every day. Some of these things, which we talk a lot about on the podcast, which I run, which is called Finding Space, and just generally at Found Space, this is the conversation that we have. It's about taking our health to a higher level. And I've also launched and released this book this year. It's called Health Supercharged. We're giving away 3 at the end of this call. What is that book about? How to use infrared sauna and shift your lifestyle to become healthier. It's all about the information that we talked today. The first whole half of the book is around infrared sauna and the science backing infrared sauna and sauna use in general. The second half is about the fundamentals of health, which I love talking about equally as much. So that's me. I'm into fasting. I'm into saunaing. I love running this business, and I love working with the amazing community and people that we get to meet through infrared sauna and through Found Space. And so why do all this? Because for us and for me, it's about creating a healthier world. That's what it's all about. That's why we do what we do. So that's a bit about me. A bit about Found Space, the team I've shared. Why do we do what we do, and what are we typically working with? Well, our clients typically come to us, they're dealing with some sort of health challenges, or they're just looking for some general self-improvement. They're a little bit stressed, a bit fatigued. Maybe they're not sleeping great, right? Maybe they're just doing a bunch of things, but they just feel like they're not quite there yet with their health. And they come to us, and some common mistakes that our clients make when looking into sauna is they treat buying sauna like just buying a product, like a watch or a laptop, right? And they don't understand and they don't appreciate. In fact, it's not even appreciation, wrong word. They don't see purchasing sauna as a relationship with that company. And that's what it is. Because this beautiful sauna that I'm sitting in a 3-person full spectrum Found Space sauna. This sauna here, this can last 15 years, right? We make our saunas right. Quality is really important to us. And so over those 15 years, one of the questions someone asked today is, what are the things you don't want us to know, right? This is a sauna. It has lots of componentry in it. And sometimes some things go wrong, right? And having a relationship with that sauna company is really, really important. Knowing that you're going to get the backup. You've just seen the team around Australia. We have installers in Cairns. You wouldn't think that we sell saunas there. We do. We have team in all of the major cities and even a lot of the smaller cities around Australia. So you can get that support, right? You're having this sauna for 10 to 15, sometimes more years in your life, right? And so one of the problems clients make is they just treat it like buying a product, and they don't consider the after sales service and the importance of that. And they don't consider the relationship with the company, and that they could, certainly with us, work with that company to help them achieve whatever health goal they have, whether it be big or small. And so what we've done at Found Space is we have a very simple 5-step process. The first part of that is when you engage us and you talk to us about finding the sauna for you. The first part is a fact find. And we just get to know what you want to get from the sauna, where it's going in the home. We find the right model for you, whether it's far infrared or near or full spectrum, and all of these things. We have that conversation with you to find the right sauna and make sure it goes in the right place in your home. The second part of what we do is called Catalyst, because that's where we install the sauna for you. That's part of the price. We install the sauna for you, no mucking around. And we onboard you how to use it. We'll give you a book, Sauna Sessions Guide. In fact, you also get one of these with your sauna purchase, which tells you everything you need to know about sauna and how to use it for different particular things you're after. Maybe you want to sleep better or recover faster. Covers all that. So you start using your sauna right from the start. The third part of our process we call ritual. And the reason we call it ritual is because you start to use the sauna regularly. You start to build a ritual around sauna use into your day-to-day life. And what do we know? The things that we do every day result in our overall health expression. And so starting to use the sauna every day, or 3 or more times a week, we start to really notice those changes, right? We get you involved in our online health education to help you stay inspired to do things for yourself and for your family and for your health. The fourth part of our process, we call connection, because what we find is that although sauna is great for pain relief, which we'll talk about, for sleep, detox, these kind of things, what we find is our clients say, you know what, I just have more time for myself. It's 30 minutes of peace and quiet in my life. I love that. We also link you in with our Found Space community, more of the sauna users around Australia. We've sold over 10,000 saunas in Australia over the last 15 years. So you can talk with them. And the last piece, we just check in, see how you're going. Make sure you're using the sauna, getting from the sauna what you want, understanding the color therapy and how to use it, all these things, link you in with other health professionals in our community around Australia and New Zealand. We have this process because when you work through it in that way, what we find is our clients are feeling freer. They're feeling calmer. Maybe they're in a bit less pain, and they're really experiencing the benefits of infrared sauna and everything that we have to offer. So that's why we do what we do, and that is what we do at Found Space. And so let's get into some of the Q&A. There were some common themes amongst the questions that came through. I'm going to run through some of them now. First of all, far infrared and near infrared and full spectrum heating. What is it all? How does it work? Right? Far infrared is a very specific part of the wavelength from the wavelength of light from the sun, right? Far infrared. The full infrared spectrum, let's say it's this big, right? Far infrared is only part of it. And then there's also mid infrared and near infrared. Now, the majority of science on infrared sauna is on far infrared. However, recently, I say in the last kind of 2 to 3 years, there has been a significant amount of science coming out showing the benefits of near infrared and red light therapy. If you want to get the standard benefits from infrared sauna, a far infrared sauna will do that for you. We have those at Found Space. But if you want to get absolutely everything that infrared has to offer, including reduction in inflammatory markers in the body like cytochrome C oxidase, including an improvement to our ATP stores within the body, including collagen production in the skin, near infrared has those benefits, and red light has those benefits. The reason we use full spectrum heaters in our saunas is because you get the full spectrum. It's not just specific parts of the spectrum being far, mid, and near. It's the full spectrum, everything in between. A natural form of light hitting the body, not just a specific part. And you'll notice on our heaters here, I have them turned down low, but they are glowing red. The fact that they're glowing red means we see red, means they're emitting red light. And these heaters emit light from 620 to 10,000 nanometer wavelength. That's right from the red light wavelength up to the far infrared wavelength. So we're getting red light therapy from these heaters too. That's the beauty of them. And so full spectrum heating, that's a bit about how it works. I'll get into some more detail with some of the questions later. There were some questions around EMF. Yes, when looking into infrared sauna, find a sauna that has low EMF. It's really important. Electromagnetic fields are a form of ionizing radiation. They are not good when in contact for a long time. Now, there's some insight here which we need to understand about EMF. And that is that EMF becomes an issue when the exposure is consistent. There's been many stories about people who have developed brain tumors when sleeping opposite on the other side of a wall to where there's been a power board on the house, because the EMFs can be quite high on a power board or a power inverter. It's that prolonged exposure to EMF that can cause issues. The other thing we need to understand with EMF is that it's proximity based. Okay, so this heater here, this is one of our carbon heaters, emits less than 3 milligauss, right? Now, depending on what sauna company you talk to, they'll call it low, ultra low, virtually zero, right? It's not possible for an infrared heater to create completely zero, but you can get very close. Now, I don't have the meter here with me, but if I did, you would see that this carbon heater here, even when I'm right up against it, is actually typically sitting between 1 and 2 milligauss, right? We say lower than 3 because manufacturing, the way that goes, we're manufacturing tens of thousands of these a year. And sometimes they can be a little bit higher, but they're less than 3, right? Now, if I measure it here from this heater, it's absolutely nothing because it's to do with proximity. Now, it's the same with the full spectrum heaters here. Now, we use full spectrum heaters, and so does Clearlight. They use full spectrum heaters. And you'll notice on Clearlight's website, and it's the same with ours, that these are not less than 3. From where we're sitting, ours actually sit between 7 and 8. And it's similarly with Clearlight, right? Because the nature of a full spectrum heater does emit more EMF, right? So from where we're sitting, they are a little bit higher. If EMF is something that you're really sensitive to and you're really concerned about, I would recommend a completely far infrared sauna from us because it's all less than 3. Now, that being said, again, it's exposure and it's time. I'm really in tune and really over the top with my health sometimes, and I have no issues sitting in front of these heaters. They're completely safe. That's the understanding about EMF. Now, one of the other common themes was, where can the sauna go in the home? Typically, it can go in a garage. It can go in a spare bedroom. It can go upstairs. It can go downstairs. It can go on polished concrete floors, right? Any solid surface, floorboards, tiles, right? This is where the saunas can go. Now, some of our saunas can go outside undercover. Some of them have to go indoors, right? And one of them, we have the outdoor barrel, which some of you may have seen. Super cool sauna that can go completely outside. So depending on where you're thinking of putting it will depend on what sauna you'll ultimately look at. Now, that being said, we also want to consider how that space in the house is used. Okay. So if we're thinking of putting it in an open area and we're looking at a sauna with lots of glass, like the one I have here, and there's always people moving around in that area, not a good area, right? This is a time of peace and quiet. And although it doesn't always have to be like that, what we find is that if it's in an area that's busy, or it's in a laundry and you're staring at a washing machine, people tend to use it less. If it's outside and you have to go out in the cold to get in the sauna, although initially people will do that, it will end up being a barrier. And now, if that's the only place that you can put it, if the only place you can put it isn't that ideal, but you can fit it there, it's still worth doing. There's a super powerful tool. But if it can go somewhere else, I would highly recommend it. A spare room by itself, set up as a little wellness room with a salt lamp and some towels and a yoga mat. It's beautiful. It's a big trend in the States right now. Something we're really passionate about at Found Space, helping people create home spaces to better serve their well-being, right? If you can create a space for your sauna, do it. These are significant investments, right? Our saunas range anywhere between $6,000 to $16,000. So put it somewhere where you'll use it and you will love it. Now, most of our saunas plug into a normal power point. A couple of them don't. The 3-person full spectrum requires a 15 amp plug, and the outdoor barrel requires a 15 amp plug. The outdoor barrel also needs to be a completely solid surface. It cannot go on dirt. We need some room around it to build it. But if you're not sure about those things, get in touch with our team and we'll let you know. We'll work with you to find the right place. So where can they go in the home? Most places. Yeah. Over my journey, I've had one on the outside veranda. I've had one in the master bedroom. I've had one on a landing. I've had them all over the place. And back when I was installing saunas, I've got a lot of those things. I've seen them in many, many places. And it's really cool to see some people fitting them in to their life because they know the benefits. They understand how much it's going to help them. So those are some of the themes coming through. Now I'm going to jump into some of the questions. And if you guys have any other questions, I see we've already posted some. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I'll answer those as well. In fact, Viv, I'll start with you. New Zealand support. Yeah, so we have our office, and our head office is in Auckland. And then we have installers in each of the major cities. So we'll be able to install your sauna for you, even if you're not in one of the major cities. We go on some long drives sometimes. And we have all of our parts and saunas stocked over there. And then we have our installers that will be able to come and support you regardless of what you need. And we obviously have the team over there as well to help with anything and work with you to achieve what you want to achieve. So thanks for that question, Viv. All right, I'm going to jump to some of the other questions that people have sent through. Thanks everyone for doing that. Okay. Sue Bromley asked, best way to optimize sauna sessions? Great question, Sue. So I talk about this a lot in my book, and that is when we start using sauna, we want to find our baseline sauna session. And by baseline, what I mean by that is we want to find a temperature that when we're in the sauna for 30 minutes, it's easy and it's comfortable. I relate it to work, the amount of cardiovascular work that our body is going through. And we want that amount of work to be consistent, but comfy. Now, for some people that can be 55 degrees. For me, it's about 48 degrees. That's my baseline sauna session. 48 degrees, 30 minutes, no worries. I'll have a beautiful sweat. I'll feel great. From there, we can start to adjust the amount of work on the body to optimize for certain outcomes from the sauna. So as an example, if we want to optimize for a sleep session, we would go 5 degrees less than baseline. So for me, that's around 43, 44, right? I'd go a little bit longer, 15 minutes longer. So 45 minutes, right? And that's going to get the heat in. It's going to get really deep, calming session. I'm going to have a red color light to balance the circadian rhythm, tell the brain it's the end of the day, it's time to relax. Okay. I'm going to put some Roman chamomile essential oils or some lavender essential oils, and I'm going to have this session in the evening, maybe around 7 o'clock, get out about 7:45, have a warm shower, not a cold shower, warm shower. And then just sit around for a few minutes, maybe read a book for 10, 15 minutes and go to bed. Nice and relaxing, right? Activating the parasympathetic nervous system. Now, if I'm using a sauna in the morning after a workout, it's regular that I go for a 5K run, right? So I go for a 5K run, I'll come back, my cardiovascular system's working, right? I'm awake and I'm stimulating. Now, what else can I do in that session to keep that going, to keep the circulation moving, clear out the lactic acid that's built up from my run, especially if I'm doing some high intensity interval training? I'm going to go a little bit hotter. I'm going to go in there about 5 degrees or maybe 10 degrees hotter than my baseline session. So around 55. I'm going to be in there for a shorter duration, just 20 minutes. I'm going to make sure that I'm hydrating really, really well. Right? I'm going to put some green color light on, very stimulating. I'm going to put some peppermint essential oils or some spearmint essential oils. That's what I like, very stimulating oils in the morning. Right? And that's really going to wake me up. The hot session is going to promote norepinephrine to be released into the body by the endocrine system. And I'm going to feel awake and alert. And I might even jump out into a cold shower if I'm feeling particularly excitable that day. And that's a couple ways of how we can adjust the session there. Now, when you purchase your sauna, or you may already have done that from us, you can, we give you the sauna sessions guide, and you get a copy of Health Supercharge, which talks in depth about all that for all different kinds of sauna sessions. But the beauty of infrared sauna is you can tailor it just like that. So I hope that helps, Sue. Okay, Christian Health, can you install outdoors, and what are requirements and considerations to do so? So we've already spoken a bit about that, Christian. I hope that helps. If you still have another question, you can post it in the chat. Someone asked, I own 2-person premium, but really want to sell it and upgrade. Curious of the space of the 4 to the 3-person. I'm in a 3-person now. And if I move over here, I'm going to have to yell. You can see there's heaps of space, right? Heaps of space in a 3-person. 4-person is even wider, but the seats are on both sides. If you can, purchase the bigger model of whichever sauna range you're looking at. You will not regret it. However, I have heard people regretting getting the smaller one. So yeah, bigger, the better. I'm in this sauna. 90% of the time, this sauna is used just me. and I love it. There's heaps of space. It's so pleasurable having a big sauna and it's really warm in there, you know. Great question. Okay, there's another question from Debbie around full spectrum, which was spoken about. And anything that I could use to complement my sauna and use in my home. Well, that's a very big question. Yes, so complementing sauna right off the bat, cold showers are really great. In the morning, evening sauna session, I wouldn't recommend a cold shower because it's quite stimulating. Obviously, essential oils are great in the sauna. And then used to complement my sauna and use in my home. Yeah, doing some stretching before sauna is great. Some stretching after sauna. A scrubbing brush, doing some dry brushing on the skin is really nice during a sauna session, or even just before a sauna session. Or sometimes I jump out of the sauna and do a scrub in the shower, and my skin is just pumping after that. So some scrubbing can be really nice. So any sort of exfoliating really opens up the skin. The skin's the biggest organ in the body. And when we're in the sauna, it's opening up the skin, pulling hydration through the skin to create sweat as part of our heat response, right? And so opening up that organ with scrubbing is really, really great. If you're doing some dry brushing, always scrub towards the heart, activate the lymphatic system. There are some other things. If they come to me, Debbie, I'll write them in or I'll mention them. Near infrared and mid infrared, we've covered that. Great. Near infrared works with the LED array behind the heater. Bernadette, that is not a full spectrum heater you're talking about there. I think you're probably talking about a sunlight and sauna. So we don't have the LED array behind the heater. We use the full spectrum because that emits the full spectrum of light, not just specific wavelengths, which the LEDs do. They just emit the specific wavelengths. So, and does that block the near infrared heat? I don't think so. Who else do we have here? When to install during renovation or built into the plan? Great question. When to install is whenever, I was going to sound like a salesperson, whenever sauna comes into your life and you're ready to put one in is the right time. But if you're building a house or you're renovating a house and you want to create a room for it, talk to us then. We, as part of our process when working with builders and renovators, we do a drawing consultation and we'll have a look at your drawings and we'll find the right sauna. And if we can adjust the drawings to fit the perfect sauna that you're after, we will. And we'll advise you kind of how to do that and how much space is needed above and beside. Typically, when going into a small space, we need about 30 centimeters above the sauna so we can get in there to service it at any time. And on the side of the sauna, typically we need about 20 centimeters. However, it's also somewhat common to build the sauna in front of where it's going and slide it in, and the walls be right next to where the sauna sits. So that's a great question, Danny. When to install? Yeah, during renovations, good. Build it into the plan if you can, but there's always space to find a sauna. Carly asked, water consumption during sauna, how much and when? Are cold showers the best thing post sauna? Difference between near and far infrared. How often should I use the sauna? Great questions, Carly. Speaking of hydration, water consumption is critically important. Critically important. As a society, we're chronically dehydrated. Dehydration doesn't just mean drinking water. It means the foods that we eat. Are they adding hydration to the body or are they taking hydration from the body? Right, just think about that. Corn chips don't come out the other end the same dryness that they go in, right? So they're taking water from the body. So when we talk about hydration in the sauna, it's critically important because typically people are getting in the sauna in some form of dehydration, right? So drink half a liter before the sauna if you can. Drink a liter whilst you're in the sauna, and then drink half a liter when you're out of the sauna. Yes, you're going to go pee. That's okay. Now, if you're using a sauna in the evening, we don't want to go too heavy on the water because then we'll be waking up multiple times throughout the evening. So maybe just dial it back a little bit, but just be conscious of your hydration, right? How much you've drunk. Don't have a sauna in the evening after having a giant meal of sushi and then smash a bunch of water. You're not going to feel good. Personal experience on that one, guys. But just be conscious of what's kind of in your stomach and the water that you're drinking. We do need to be drinking water. In the hotter sessions, you'll naturally want to drink more, and that's good. Drink more water. Second to that, are cold showers the best thing post sauna? Maybe, depending what you want to get out of the sauna, Carly. They can be. In the morning, cold shower after sauna is great. Really great. Ice bath after sauna is awesome. Or a cold, if you've got a pool and it's wintertime, jump in the pool. Or if you're near a beach, jump in the beach after the sauna is really, really nice. But it's not always the best thing. In the evening, a cold shower is really going to stimulate the nervous system. It's going to wake the body up. And then going to bed can be hard. And that's a common thing, common error that people make when using sauna. They hear about the benefits of human growth hormone and heat shock proteins. And the only time they can use the sauna is in the night. So they use it at 70 degrees for 40 minutes. And then they're awake when they're trying to go to bed. So cold showers can be great after sauna, but not always necessarily the best thing. Certainly good from a physiological perspective, but just think about how you're using it. Viv asked, are there clinical trials to prove benefits for pain relief? Yes, there are. In fact, in my book, Viv, there's a section, I wrote a whole section on using sauna for pain relief, understanding chronic inflammation. And in there, I talk about a great study which was done in Finland on over 2,000 men using sauna. And they showed that sauna was great for reducing inflammatory markers in the body. Now, in that particular instance, although it was steam sauna, it is analogous to infrared sauna, and it's a similar mechanism, heating the body to create a heat response within the body that happens in infrared sauna. And it's quite common for our clients to feed back to us how their pain is significantly reduced after using sauna. I'm gonna just read to you this one little section here, Viv. So one study out of Finland showed that levels of C-reactive protein, a biomarker for inflammation in the body, were lower in those who used sauna more regularly. In fact, it was a function of how often they used the sauna. The more regularly the 2,000 men in the study used the sauna, the less CRP their body exhibited. Infrared sauna is incredible for any form of chronic pain. Chronic pain over the years has been the number one reason clients choose to work with us. Infrared sauna helps. It really does. And there are other studies. There's a link on our website, Viv, which you can, and for everyone, it's this sauna, Science of Sauna article written by a studying PhD, Paul Taylor. And he talks about and brings up a lot of the studies around infrared sauna, around pain and other things. I also have a lot of studies referenced in this book as well. So if you want to learn more about that, you can check out my book, or you can check out that link on the website. Also, Viv, you asked, can pets go in the sauna, or is it dangerous for them? No, they can, but like dogs and cats can't sweat, so they will get hot pretty quickly. They actually tend to want to come in the sauna, but once they start panting, let them out, or just let them in for a few minutes. And does it have any adverse effects on mature skin? No, in fact, the sauna is pulling hydration through the skin, right? It's pushing sweat out, right? And so mature skin benefits from sweating in that sense. What people find is that they start to have a more supple skin after using sauna. Great question. Okay. Hey, Andy, thanks for the question, mate. Can you tell me more about the full spectrum heaters? I'm not sure if you just jumped on. I did talk about that a bit earlier. These are the full spectrum heaters here, which you can see, which is similar to the barrel, which you're talking about. When you sit in it, can you see the outside environment? In the outside barrel, absolutely, you can. And it's a great place to be. It's my favorite sauna. I've just moved house, and I hope to get one sometime soon, because I have some nice views where I am now, and I can see a lot of nature. And the barrel, when you're in the barrel and it's like 55 degrees and it's like 6 degrees outside, because like early one morning, and you see like the mist or whatever your view is from the barrel, it's incredible. Is it worth positioning towards the view? 100%, Andy. Yeah, it's really special. I'm not sure if you've purchased one or not, but yeah, They're really cool. And yeah, you said not LED. What technology? Yeah, so there's a halogen globe in here which emits the full spectrum light, which you're talking about there, which encompasses the near, the mid, and the far infrared, and also the red light, which you can see the red light coming from here as well. And I've spoken about some of the benefits of the red light therapy there. Moving on, Mamta asked, how often can one use a sauna? You can use it every day. Typically, I suggest 3 or more times a week, but you can use it every day. Treat using sauna like a mild cardiovascular workout, you know, whatever that might be for you. Maybe it's like 1K run or a 3K run, enough where you kind of get a bit of a sweat going and the heart rate's up. Would you do that twice a day? Yes, but you want to be conscious of hydration, etc. So typically I don't recommend more than once a day, but you can use the sauna every day. The more you use it, the more likely you are to notice the benefits. Lydia asked, we have brand new engineered hardwood floors and would like to be assured that the sauna wouldn't cause any damage to the floor. Lydia, absolutely it won't. There are little plastic stoppers, like plastic feet, which sit underneath the sauna to protect it, to protect whatever surface it's going on. I do not want any floors damaged. That being said, sometimes, it was recently, we had a city compact, one of our saunas, and it, when installing it, we scratched the floor. We ended up replacing the floor for the people because it's not what we're about. We didn't want to do that. So, but no, it's built into our saunas. There's nice plastic stoppers on the bottom, and it won't scratch the floor. Although we want to build it right where it is to minimize having to slide it around. Sauna is a pretty big investment for us. We're looking around and would like to know how your product would be better choice over clear light, which I would also consider getting red light option in the future. Cool. Yeah, so I've spoken about the heaters and I've spoken about what we do at Found Space as well. So hopefully that's kind of helpful. Clear light make a great sauna, as do Sunlight. And guys, like if you're looking between us three, you're looking at the right end of the market. And just have a good conversation with the people and see which is the right choice. The technology is equal in all of them. You're getting amazing quality infrared, you know, check about the support, see what you get. Look at the reviews of the companies online, see what they have to say about the company. I'm not going to try and sell you, you know, I'm just here doing my thing. So I hope that helps. What is the difference between infrared and full spectrum? We've covered that. What else do we have here? Does the heat leak in the city compact given it pulls out? Ideal time for session. So yeah, we have a sauna, the city compact, it slides in and out. And a little bit of heat goes out the bottom. We do have some trim, which kind of seals it somewhat to the ground. However, there's in terms of wattage in the sauna, there's 1300 watts in that sauna in a very small place, and you'll be hot, you'll be sweating. So yeah, the city compact's a great little option for that if you're limited to space. Okay, I'm going to go through and pick one more question because I appreciate we're getting close to 45 minutes. Last question. Cool. Okay. Can I get solar to power the sauna? Is it expensive to run each day? It might not be able to. Cool. Is it expensive to run every day? Becky Murray. Great question. No, the saunas are quite efficient to run. A typical sauna for us is around 1800 to 2000 watts. So for half an hour, depending on where your power is coming from, who you're paying for, it's going to cost anywhere between kind of 35 to 50 cents for a half hour. Right now, if you're running it from solar, if you can power a blender, you can power a sauna, right? I have 5 kilowatts of solar here and I run a 15 amp sauna on it, no worries. So most solar equipment nowadays will power a sauna, no worries. So great question. And let's leave it there. That's the questions. I'm going to check the chat really quickly. Beautiful. Cool. No other questions. Well, thank you guys so much. This has been a treat. I hope you've learned something about sauna. I hope you learned something about Found Space, and maybe you've learned something about me. I hope it's been a good time. Now, I have 3 books to give away. So I have it here. Okay, the 3 winners of Health Supercharged are Debbie Rossi. Congratulations, Debbie. Caroline Seal. Congratulations, Caroline. And Nicole Jones. Congratulations, Nicole. We'll be in touch with you guys. We have your email addresses. We'll be in touch to organize sending out a copy of the book. If anyone has enjoyed the webinar, if anyone has enjoyed, for those of you who have enjoyed, I hope everyone has, but if you want to learn more about some of the things we've been talking about, Health Supercharged is a really great reference and a great guide to using sauna. Whether you're interested in sauna or whether you already have one, you'll definitely get something from the book. And if you have any questions about sauna, or I know some of you have been talking to our team, talk to our team, ask any questions. You're welcome to reach out to me too. You can get me at alex.t@foundspace.com.au. And on behalf of everyone at Foundspace, thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you've learned something. I hope it's been a bit of fun. I hope you're inspired about sauna too. If I was to leave you with one thing, I would say, although I'm quite young, I've been in this space for a long time, and I have seen how sauna can really help those who are in need of help with their health. I've also seen how sauna can empower people who didn't have a health challenge, just wanted some general self-improvement, right? And I've seen how sauna can really help them supercharge their health and take their health to a high level. Infrared sauna is not the magic bullet, but is a big piece of the puzzle and a really powerful piece. At Foundspace, everything we do is to help you guys take your health to a high level. Go on our YouTube channel, check out our masterclasses we've done. I run a podcast called Finding Space. Have a listen there. I have some great health experts from around the world on all things health, looking at all the fundamentals of movement, of sunlight, of hydration, of sauna, of mental health, of sexual health. It's what I love. I love that podcast. Some really great conversations there. So go and check it out. And we do that, and we do the educational videos to help people stay inspired and look after themselves, to educate on some things that some people may not know. I've learned a lot through the journey. Our clients learn a lot, and we love sauna. So with that, thank you guys so much. Have a great Saturday afternoon. I'm very blessed and grateful for your time. I know everyone's super busy at the moment. So thank you guys so much. I'm Alex Tyson. I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.